Hey everyone. You know, I might get a little hate for this, might get a little confusion for this. Um, but I thought I'd kind of talk about SonAmy, for example, for a moment. Now I know I've come out and I basically said that I'm a Sonic Sally fan, a Son Alley supporter, and that's not changing. But I thought I'd give a fair shake, in a sense, as to why SonAmy and other forms of Sonic media could work. Um, like I said in my reply videos to SPD 64, Super Princess Daisy 64, and her couples rant, an updated video on her couples rant, um, I basically said that if you look at it from a situation that is alternate realities, different dimension kind of deal, then if you look at excuse me, if you look at SonAmy as being from a dimension, as being part of a reality and dimension that's based primarily on the games and Sonic X, and maybe a bit of Boom thrown in there, then it could be perfectly understandable. It could be perfectly accepted. It makes it makes it less confusing. It makes it less confusing for anybody that wants Sonic to be shipped with anybody else or Amy to be shipped with anybody else. It makes it less confusing. Like I said, it makes it less confusing. Now, when one looks at the SonAmy deal, it's like I've said before, if Sega comes out and says, hey, let's officially make Sonic and Amy a couple, then there's no denying that that's going to happen. There's no denying that, as far as officializing, we have to accept that. There's no denying that whatsoever. Now, I, I think I think even SonAmy fans would agree that this could work even if it's made official. If they made Amy just a little bit more tolerable, a little bit more mature in a sense, to where Sonic can accept her for who she is. Now, they did hint at this a little bit. They did hint at this in Sonic X. There was an episode in season 2, I believe, where Sonic was going to go on a date with Amy, but he was distracted so much by fighting a robot or doing this or that he had forgotten about it, or something to that matter. Now, on the other hand, on the other hand, you take a look at season 3, you see a little bit more maturity on Amy's part, and you see, in a sense, that season 3, as far as Sonic X was concerned, was basically teasing and officializing, in a sense, that yes, Sonic and Amy were together. I mean, you basically had several episodes, I think even in season 2 or 1, but mostly in season 3, where Amy was willing to sacrifice herself to help Sonic. And in a sense, by doing this almost, she proved to Sonic that, hey, I am mature enough, I am grown up. You know, I am willing to do whatever it takes to help you, if not be with you. And I think from a Sonic X continuity standpoint, that opened his eyes and made him realize that, hey, here's this girl that I used to think always just wanted to be around me because she was a fangirl and she wanted to basically say, hey, I dated Sonic. Here she is legitimately putting herself and her life on the line out here and even almost killing herself deep in space. That maybe there is more to her. Maybe she is potential girlfriend material. And there you go. And there you go. To me, it's more about the fact that you got to make Amy, you got to make Amy a little bit more mature in a sense for it to work. And Sonic X in their run, in its run, I should say, mostly in the third season, showed that Amy was willing to do that. Yes, it showed it in the first season. Yes, it showed it in the second season, and there were hints in those seasons. But season three, in my opinion, really definitely hinted at it the most. Now, true, they had that one episode where they went to that planet where basically Amy went to that planet where Amy's original plan was to get Sonic in a position to where he and her would fall in love via magic, but it ended up backfiring on her, and it ended up being Tails and Cosmo that was in that position. But what I'm trying to say is, even with that exception, later on, you had, like I said, Amy towards some of the final episodes, one of the final episodes, nearly sacrificing herself to save Sonic. Excuse me. But like I said, nearly sacrificing herself to save Sonic. Now, some people might say that she didn't really have to save Sonic that way. She didn't have to go out of her way to do that. But the thing is, she did. And it was through that that you could kind of tell that there was character development, whether you liked Sonic X or you didn't, for Amy and Sonic together, because it allowed both, at least Sonic, like I said, to see that, hey, maybe this girl has grown, maybe she has matured, maybe she is potential girlfriend material. I mean, they hint at that basically. They hint at that at the when him and Amy, when he's jumping out of whatever spear or whatever it is with Amy in his arms, you kind of get this reaction by a lot of people, or not a lot of people, but all the characters on the ship. Like, okay, finally, these, not only has both of them survived, not only are they happy that both survived, but in a sense, you could see that elation that finally these two are together, in a sense, or at least acknowledging they could be together. So, Sonic X, in my opinion, did a decent job at that, especially in the latter part of season three. Like I said, they hinted at it. They did several moments in the other seasons, but season three, in my opinion, definitely established a lot of character development, and believe it or not, made me kind of understand and accept the fact that, okay, if it's in this kind of medium and it's going to happen, I can accept that and support it. Now, when you look at the games and all that, still people are like, yeah, obviously Sonic doesn't want to be with her. You take a look at the opening cutscene for Sonic Generations, and you kind of see that. But then again, when you take a look at Sonic Boom, now I haven't played the Sonic Boom games yet. Eventually I will. Excuse me. But if you look at the Sonic Boom cartoon series, just like with Sonic X, and I think Super Princess Daisy even said this herself, and a lot of other people have acknowledged it. In Sonic Boom, when you have your SonAmy moments, you could genuinely uh, believe them. You can genuinely believe these moments and accept these moments as SonAmy moments. You can genuinely accept the fact that both have feelings for each other. But Here's what makes maybe the Sonic Amy shipping more acceptable for a lot of fans, including myself, when it comes to Sonic Boom. You see, Sonic Boom, even though it's a CGI animated comedy consisting of two 11-minute shorts each, which hopefully they'll work on and maybe do once in a while. Here is what makes the SonAmy pairing and shipping in Sonic Boom, more accepted even by those that don't want Sonic and Amy together. That is the fact that, like I said, even though Sonic Boom is an animated comedy with 11-minute shorts each, it basically does not push Sonic and Amy, the SonAmy relationship, or even push Amy fangirling or stalking Sonic or whatever you want to call it to the forefront. In fact, it's completely ignored in a way. I mean, yes, it's acknowledged that Amy has a crush on Sonic, and it's acknowledged that in Boom, Sonic has some feelings for Amy, but it's not pushed to the forefront. So when you get those moments between the two, like in My Fair Stixie, Translate This, and several other episodes, when you get those moments, you actually enjoy them. You cherish them in a sense that you hope they build off this. You hope to see the Boom version of Sonic and Amy get together because it's not shoved in your face. Like I said, it's not shoved in your face. And like I said, when those moments happen between the two, as I said, like in places like Translate This, um, like I said, in My Fair Stixie, and there are several other episodes too. Like at the end of that one episode where Sonic takes a selfie of him and Amy, you know, before leaving uh, Eggman's fortress or his base while something's exploding in the background. When you have those kind of moments, when you have those kind of moments, um, people can generally accept them more and cherish them to the point that, let's say, even if they don't support them being together, but they see how they interact in Boom, they can actually accept it and, like I say, cherish it to the point that they want to see something happen. And to me, that's what they've been wanting out of SonAmy for a while, out of this pairing, this shipping, that people have constantly, in their minds, been shoving down their throats. Oh, it's been pushing and saying it should happen. It's something like that. And to me, honestly, I have nothing against SonAmy, depending on the media, easy for me to say, the medium of Sonic that it's portrayed in. Sonic X, again, like I said, I could accept that, especially with the fact that, in a sense, they built upon it with hints and moments in the first few seasons, and then season 3, especially towards the end, really emphasized on it a lot. Well, not a lot, but emphasized on the fact that the characters had grown to the point that Sonic could see Amy as a potential girlfriend and love interest because of what she was willing to do, especially nearly sacrificing herself. So I could accept that maybe even off screen they got together potentially in the Sonic X universe, and I can accept the possibility of them being together in Sonic Boom because you're building upon it. You're making these moments that they have throughout the show matter, and you make people that see these moments, even if they're not a fan and supporter of SonAmy, want to see something come out of it because it's not shoved in their face. And it's very similar, believe it or not, to maybe something they saw before in SatAM with Sonic and Sally. And I know some SonAmy fans may say that's a stupid comparison, but think about it. You knew in SatAM that Sonic and Sally had feelings for each other, but it was never pushed to the forefront. It was acknowledged in some episodes and all that throughout both seasons, but it was never really pushed to the forefront. And the moment it was really acknowledged and officialized as far as SonAmy was concerned was towards the end of the Doomsday Project episode. And that's what fans were waiting for, that moment. And when you look at the relationship of Sonic and Amy and Boom, true, you know, you may say it's still kind of similar to what you've seen in games and all that. In a sense, maybe, but not really, because, like I said, when I look at the SonAmy moments here and the interaction between Sonic and Amy and Boom, I see something very similar to SatAM, and I see the possibility that if Sega said, okay, go ahead and make them a couple as far as Boom is concerned, I could actually look forward to tuning in and watching that, because that would be something that they'd been building upon for quite a while with all these moments and stuff, and now you're officially making it happen. So, to me, when I look at the SonAmy relationship or shipping, like I said, I'm okay with it depending on the medium that it's in, depending on the Sonic media that it's presented in. So to me, I have no problem with SonAmy, Amy being a couple or being shipped, but it all depends on what media they're being shipped in and how the shipping is brought to the forefront. Like I said, you take a look at Sonic X. It had its Amy fangirling, stalking moments at times, but it also had character development that led to one of the final episodes that basically hinted that now Sonic and Amy were going to be a pairing. They were going to be a couple in season 3. And when you look at Boom, like I said, I see something very similar to SatAM. You don't see Sonic and Amy shoved in your face. You don't see Amy stalking, fangirling, or anything. You see basically moments here and there that they might build upon. And if, like I said, if Sega gives them the okay to do it just for Boom, you could see it happening and you could look forward and anticipate it and accept it. So, but as far as my stance on SonAmy, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I will support it, depending on the media that it's presented in and presented in properly. But yes, I will say I'm still a strong Sonic Sally supporter. And there is a part of me that hopes we'll be able to get Sonic and Sally back together in the new soft retcon reboot of the comic that's currently going on. So, but let me know what you guys think down below.